From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On second down, right back to Lindsay. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Tua going to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Hines. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen,
and this is going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So First interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Tua sets up to pass it. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Wilson will throw again. That's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Gay's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Second and 8 coming up. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Tua. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for Miami. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be out right at the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gardner. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 60, orange. See what you got. Or big.
86. These sneaky guys. Watch out for 86.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gardner. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Let's go, D.
Exit.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tua steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Yeah, we dominate today.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Sliding out of the pocket, and he wisely will throw that one away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
I don't think you got it, son. Mike 55, Mike 55. You remember me? You remember me?
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Hines. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to get a score back. Gay is on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Lindsey. Lindsey, 1st down and more than that. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
2 and now on 1st down. Completes it to Quick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now, keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at the time, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
A lot of times, it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Alpha. Hey, we got motion. We got motion. Back up. Back up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Gardner. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gardner. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get that ball. Mike 4. Watch why. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Mike 4. Mike 4.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Mike 4. Check.
Now it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Gardner. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again here, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gardner. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He'll check this down to Hines. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Oh, this is blocked.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
On second down now. It's Evans, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Nifty move. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. To throw again on second down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Again, he finds more. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore there to make the grab. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things were looking really good at half, Charles, but the story has changed, and they just sat this offense on the sideline, watch another touchdown go in the wrong direction. They're really getting blitzed in this second half.
And the pressure is really on because they need a big-time drive to calm things down. Well, as you mentioned, things have really gone in the wrong direction. The momentum's all on the other side of the ball. Their offense has now given their defense a lot of confidence. You know they're going to get after them here.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. A handoff, Lindsey running left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars.